that stuff. And I know a lot of you guys will have questions because on the graphic, the graphic of this podcast, the episode cover, it has a link, or it's going to say to donate. Tap on the link in our bio to the Neezer family. And it is there because of the fact that a close friend of mine's passed, and due to COVID. And I can share this because it's public news anyway. I mean, obviously the news has been traveling across the country, so it's not gossip for those who want to be idiots. Anyways, he died to COVID. A week before he passed, they found out, him and his wife found out that she was pregnant with their first child, and they have been trying for 5 years. And so God was able to bless them with a child. Unfortunately, this disease took his life. He was fighting hard. I had the pleasure of going up there right before he passed to pray and really, really come and support. But it does suck. It is definitely something that, to be honest, it's still a lot to process. So amidst with everything else going on, we definitely need time to reset. But nonetheless, we're back. And I'm not going to beat around the bush. Is there still grief? For sure. But we want to make sure that we are able to bring light, still bring entertainment, bring joy the best way we can, but also still be honest with the stuff that is going on in our world today. So if you want to donate, the link will be in our bio. Please, please, please donate. It means the world to the family and to Christiana. The goal, I believe, is 100,000. We're halfway there, about over 50,000. There's been so many people that have donated across the country. The story, of course, has hit news stations and so forth. There's been celebrities that have donated. Shout out to like DJ Mustard, who donated like 5 racks to this and many more. So if you want to donate, the link will be in our bio, and it will be amiss of me if I didn't acknowledge that. And please, please, please take it seriously. I hate the fact that there's a saying of, it don't get real unless it hits you or hits the personal bubble or your family. I hate it with a passion, because my thing is, just take it seriously from the get-go. Like, there is no let's wait and see, or I think it's a myth. Like, just take it seriously. A death is a death. So because the fact that people are dying and you still saying, oh, I don't know, that's troubling for me. Like, that's scary at the fact that people still have that mindset. So take it seriously. At best, stay inside. The risk right now is way more greater than than the reward, it looks like. And when it comes down to it, just stay safe, because obviously this thing is taking lives, and you don't want to put yourself in any situation where you even have to go through a process of that. That is anxiety enough. That's stressful enough. So I encourage people, be smart, stay inside, wash your hands, wash your face. And I don't say that as a joke. Like, seriously, wash your face, wash your hands, and make wise choices during this time, even if you're traveling. I know for me, I had an opportunity to travel. I canceled it because I didn't feel peace. And that's just where I'm at. So appreciate you guys for rocking with us. Please donate. We want to make sure that Christiana does not have to lift a finger, and she's able to finish school to be a nurse. That's what she was in school for. We don't want her to go and try to work or anything like that. We want to make sure that all our bills are paid and the baby will be secure with everything that he or she may need as well. So appreciate that. Now.
Hey, hold on. Let me throw this in real quick. Because Mike is the second person I knew personally who's passed.
Yeah.
Every number is a name.
Yes.
So for people who look at the numbers and say, well, it's no worse than the flu in terms of numbers, and they want to use numbers to justify why, you shouldn't take it seriously, remember, every number is a name.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's affected a lot of people. Whether you knew Christiana or just knew Mike, it it affects me deep just because Mike was a person that he would check on me. As everybody knows, I do have a son, and during that time, my the mother of our child was pregnant. Literally, he would be so timely in checking up on me and sending me texts and calling and asking like, hey, I just want to make sure you ain't going crazy. I just want to make sure you going, and this is coming from a brother that did not at the time did not have kids but wanted some. So it took a lot of strength and courage, and I admire him for that, for even checking on people who like me, who was about to be a father. And for him to do that, that said a lot about him. There's not a lot of bad things. There's no really bad thing you can really say about him. He was a helper. He was a gentle giant. He was a person that, such a protector, like very soft spoken, always laughing, always having a good time. But if you come in the midst of anything that he cares about or cherishes, he definitely will protect it. Like he was ready, like at all times, and that's just the type of man he was. He went to our church and served well. He was just a good dude. A good dude. Had no health issues, And a lot of people think, well, if you have underlying issues, that can also affect things too. True, but there's been people that have died to this disease who was healthy as an ox, and there's no reasoning, there's no explanation, and so it's just you got to take it seriously. It does suck, it hurts still, but at the same time, because we're called to do what we do as creatives, as podcasters, as whatever field that we're in, even people that are connected to him outside of this podcast, whoever you are, um, you're still called to uplift people, and I think that's the biggest thing Mike would want, is to still affect people like how he did with others, through conversations, through phone calls, through timely texts. One of the things that I said at his vigil, um, that I was thankful to be at and be a part of and help, was he was timely. Like he was never out of order when it came to helping people, praying for people, or just giving himself to helping. If you called him, he would pick up and he was there. And there was no ifs, ands, or buts. And he was so timely, and that's the biggest thing for me that I appreciate about him, was he was one of the most timeliest people when it came to looking out for somebody or checking in on somebody. And I know he would just want people to continue to change other people's lives, continue to affect other people, continue to be there for people in a timely manner. Don't just look at somebody on the road, on the wayside, for lack of better terms, and you see them suffering or struggling or kind of confused about something. Reach out, call, text, even just as simple as like, hey, how you doing? Say it. But no, I love Big Mike, as we all do. He was a gentle giant, and it really sucks that he's gone. It's hard to still picture or actually realize that he's gone. Um, but our prayers and condolences to Christiana, to her family, even her parents, Mike's parents, and this baby that's going to come into the earth. It is still, this is a God given miracle. This is, by God's design, and the baby will be protected. The baby will be healthy. The baby will be protected, and not just hoping or wishing, but we are confident that this baby will be supported by a community that loves Christiana and loves Mike. So yeah, we're grieving with them, and we'll definitely be raising this money to make sure that, again, she does not have to lift a finger or stress, because Mike was that much of a protector over his wife. He handled everything, and we just want to make sure that we're able to honor him by, perfectly doing the same for the family. So.